Hi guys, I'm Ershad from 91 Mobiles. Today we have with us the Meizu M3 Max. Meizu launched this smartphone last month in China and it is soon expected to launch in India as well. Let's do a quick unboxing and the first impressions of this phone. As you can see from the shot that we have here, the Meizu M3 Max review unit that we've got is a Chinese variant of the phone. You can see Chinese characters all around the box. We don't know what will come inside the Indian retail variant, but let's get down to the unboxing of the Chinese unit. There is a sleeve on top of the box itself. Let's take that aside and keep it aside. And underneath that you have this nice bright blue box. Once you open the flap, just like you would open a book, you see a phone underneath it. The phone is massive, definitely, and the one that we've got is the rose gold variant. We'll also keep that aside for a bit now and we'll talk about it in detail later. Underneath the phone you see a ton of manuals, at least two of them at least, and below that you see the SIM card tray removal tool, which is useful, of course. We'll keep that aside, and you do get the adapter. Since this is not the Indian variant of the phone, you don't get the Indian standard plug, you get the Chinese one, so we keep that aside as well. And along with the adapter you also get the USB Type-C cable, which looks pretty long for usage. One of the things that is missing in the box is definitely the earphones. We don't know if the Indian retail variant will come with the earphone, but for now the Chinese one doesn't. And this is the unboxing of the M3 Max Chinese variant, and you can see all the things that you get inside the box in all its glory. So let's run down that for you. You get the phone, you get the SIM card removal tool, you get the USB adapter, and you get a USB Type-C cable as well. That's it. That's all you have inside the box of the M3 Max. Now that we have unboxed the M3 Max for you, let's take a quick look at what the phone is like, and I'll give you my first impressions of what I think about the phone itself. It's a nice large 6-inch display, which is a full HD display, and below that you have the fingerprint sensor and the embedded in the home button. Above the display you can see that you have the earpiece plus the front camera as well, and the ambient light sensor. Let's take a look at the design itself. It looks really nice and premium. We have the rose gold version for you here, and it looks very premium. In fact, the chamfered edges and the rounded edges look really nice in the hand and feels really good as well. The screen to body ratio is also not too much. The bezels are low, and despite being a 6-inch device, it doesn't feel really massive in the hand, so that's pretty good as well. It's also pretty slim, and on the right edge you can see that you have the power button, and above that you have the volume rocker. You have antenna bands like the iPhone 6, 6s and the 7 Plus, which is sort of becoming a norm on these metal bodied phones nowadays. Also you get the primary camera, which is a 13 megapixel one with a 1x3 inch sensor and the dual LED flash as well. Let's turn around to the bottom. It looks a lot like the iPhone here as well, with the USB Type-C charging port at the bottom, and you have a single grill of speaker plus the 3.5mm jack. Yes, this does come with the 3.5mm jack, so that's pretty good. One of the things that I'm noticing is that the 3.5mm jack actually sort of cuts into the bottom edge, which is the only design anomaly that I noticed, but I'll talk about it more in the full review. Apart from that, you also on the left edge get this SIM card tray. The SIM card tray can accept 2 nano SIMs, plus it has a hybrid slot for a memory card as well. On the top you just get the single microphone for your calls and recording videos as well. Once again, let me just show you through the design of the phone. It feels really nice, it feels really handy, and it feels really premium as well. Meizu, you've done a decent job out here. So now that we have unboxed the device and taken a look at the design of the M3 Max, let's start and take a look at the software of the phone and what it runs inside. I have set up my fingerprint scanner, and you can see that it is pretty responsive to open the phone from its lock state, and as you can see, it's running Flame OS, which is Meizu's proprietary take on what an Android skin should be. I'm opening up the settings for you to show what Android version it's running on. I'm presuming it's Android 6.0 Marshmallow. Yes, and that's right. And you can see the build number of Flame, that is 5.2.5.0a. Let's also check how much storage you get on boot up, since this is the first time we're booting it up actually. You can see that you get around available 50 GB of space of the 64 GB. This is the 64 GB variant of the phone, and you also get a 256 GB extra micro SD storage as well. Now let's step out of that. As you can see that since this is the Chinese variant of the phone, you'll see a lot of Weibo and JD.com. Of course, the Indian retail version won't probably come with this, but having said that, it's a very clean and neat UI, which is very responsive, very fast to use. It's also got a ton of third-party apps with respect to File Explorer, Notes, and stuff like that. So we'll take a detailed look at this when we do the full review. But for now, this is the software for you. It's bare basics. It's common. It's not too bad at all. So now that we've seen the design of the phone and we've also seen the software, let's take a look at the camera and how that performs, the 13 megapixel camera. Once we open the app, you can see that the layout is quite similar to that of what we see on iOS devices. So you get the gallery out here, you get a shutter button, and you have the different modes that can be toggled out from here. Let's check what other modes do you get. You have to see that in portrait mode. So you see auto, manual, video, POD. You have a ton of modes out here. Let's just get back to this and check if the focusing is good. Yes, look at that. It actually focused on the Thor collectible that we have. One of the interesting things that you can see is that, let's take a look at the photo that I just captured. We just allow that, and at least on first glance it looks like it's captured a lot of details, but of course we won't test the camera from the screen of the device itself. So that's very interesting that it looks good here at least, and so which is good. One of the things that we noticed is that just flipping it like this will actually toggle the selfie mode, and we turn it back around, and you can see that you have settings. In the settings, you can see that there are different sizes that you can choose. The default shooting mode is 13 megapixel, but if you want to shoot a wider shot, it will push down the resolution to 3 megapixels, which is not that ideal, of course. Now there is the HDR mode. So to toggle the HDR mode, it looks like you have to go to settings, so which is sort of a letdown. I think HDR should be out there by default. I'll definitely take a look into it in detail if we can push that out somewhere. And there are some filters as well, just like the iOS app. Let's look at this. This list looks very interesting. That's a really nice high saturated black and white shot out there. Looks like it cranked up the exposure, which is sort of an issue. We'll definitely check the camera in more detail when we do our full review, but for now, the impressions look, my first impressions are pretty decent of the camera itself. Now that we've seen a quick unboxing and our first impressions of the N3 Max, do stay tuned into our page for a full review of the phone. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe and share to our YouTube channel.